Minnesota Vikings can clinch a playoff spot this weekend with either a Rams loss on Saturday or a Vikings outright win on Monday night. I think we know that both are going to happen, but let's run through the possible playoff scenarios for the Minnesota Vikings, as well as rank them. So it should be a good time. Also, good time subscribing. Come along for Daily Vikings Takes. You know what to do. All right. So, numero uno, of course, would be the 1 seed. And this would have to encompass Vikings winning out, Green Bay losing out, so they lose the Vikings Monday night, as well as the Lions Week 17. Saints would have to lose to the Panthers Week 17 at minimum, and they can do whatever they want Week 16 at Tennessee. Then also, the Seahawks and Niners both need to lose Week 16 and then tie Week 17. So obviously, this would be amazing. This would be a Christmas miracle. This is also the very unlikely to happen category. This is like trying to hit a 12-team parlay, but, it obviously would be nice. The NFC would go through US Bank Stadium, and the Vikings would be undefeated at home at that point. So there you go. Numero 2 would be the 2 seed. And this would have to entail Vikings winning out, Green Bay losing out, Saints losing to the Panthers Week 17 at minimum, similar to the first scenario. And then either the Seahawks or Niners can do whatever they want, and they will get the 1 seed. And it's a nice little setup in that no matter what the Seahawks and Niners do, A, they play each other Week 17, and B, only one of them can get a first-round bye, and one of them will be the wild card. So, again, obviously favorable as you do get that first-round bye and at least one home playoff game. Also, pretty unlikely. It's unfortunate, especially the way that the Panthers have really packed it in this year because of Norv. Yeah. More likely scenarios now. 3 seed, winning the NFC North. Vikings would win out. Green Bay would lose out. And then a combo of Saints and Niners / Seahawks get the top 2 seeds and either be hosting Green Bay, Seattle, or Niners at home. Now, Seattle's tough. Niners are tough. Green Bay, like we said, we think are paper champions or paper tigers, whatever. And also you get a home game. And also in this scenario, the Vikings would be undefeated at home. And they just break the wood. I would like to see everyone get healthy, everyone get right, and then just really start making a run through this playoffs. Next up is into the Wildcard Round. Now, there is a path where the Vikings can achieve the 5 seed, and then they would play at either the 4 seed NFC least winner, the Cowboys or the Eagles, which would be great. Vikings win out. Green Bay then beats Detroit Week 17, so the Vikings are denied the NFC North crown, and then either the Niners or the Seahawks lose out. Either one of them, it's fine, and then they would be the 6 seed. And obviously it would be nice where you be at Dallas, where the Vikings have already won this year, or you're at Philly, where the Vikings have beat them in recent years, as well as they already beat the Eagles this season at US Bank Stadium. But of course, we all remember 38-7. Yeah, it'd be nice to go in and exercise some demons. All right, into the 6 seed scenarios, and obviously you want to look at the glass half full, but these are also the more likely scenarios. 6 seed at 3 seed Packers. Now, Packers are 7-1 at home, except we know that is kind of BS, especially all the division games, Lions, Vikings, Bears, oh my. They definitely got jobbed by the refs, and things definitely went the Packers' way. But Vikings, in this scenario, went out, but Green Bay beats Detroit, which is also very plausible. And you would love to see this, because of the 6 seed spots to land, I would obviously love to play the Packers. Familiarity breeds contempt, or whatever the cliche is. But also, I think the Packers would be the worst of the 4 teams that the Vikings could potentially face as the 6 seed. Next one up. Now, this may be a little bit controversial. So 6 seed Vikings at the 3 seed Niners. Now, the Niners are 5-2 at home, except they do have some injuries starting to pile up. And they won that exciting-ass game down in New Orleans, but then they shat themselves at home against the Falcons, where they really could have started sealing up that 1 seed, but not so much. And I think that if this happens, where the Niners end up as the 3 seed, and then obviously things have gone awry, where the Packers and or the Saints, actually Packers and the Saints has to be, would be the 1 and 2 seed. Seahawks would still be the 6 seed. But also the Niners, they would have to feel deflated playing on Wildcard Weekend. I mean, they started out 8-0, right? And then they end up the 3 seed. It would sort of be like the 2009 Sugar Bowl, when Bama was sort of miffed at being in the Sugar Bowl against Utah, and then Utah just came in and waxed them. It was like, oh, we got an emo wax. Then Utah ended up 13-0 that year. National champions, no big deal. All right, second to last, 6 seed Vikings versus the 3 seed Saints. Saints are 6-2 at home, and obviously we know the Saints are rolling. Breeze is the new touchdown king, yada, yada, yada. Also, I would least like to see this one because Michael Thomas would do unspeakable, like, dastardly things to the Vikings cornerbacks. It would just be rough. And, of course, the Superdome, tough place to play in. We know that from 2009 and blah, 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 blah. But I think that would be a tough road to hoe if the Vikings ended up down in Bourbon Street. And also, we know that Sean Payton would try and troll the Vikings, and like Teddy would get in a package play and throw a touchdown or something like that. And lastly, 6 seed Vikings at 3 seed Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks are only 4-2 at home, but if you look back, their only home losses are to the Saints and the Ravens, so no big deal. And yeah, even though this is dead last on where I would ideally like to see the Vikings had numerous opportunities to go in Seattle Monday night a couple weeks ago and get that win. Like, they really did give the game away in certain spots. I think this game would be competitive, but also, you know, some places you just feel like they have an edge on you. And I feel like that is the Vikings in Seattle. But also, if they go back up there, second time, it's hard to beat a team twice. So I think the Vikings would certainly be feisty up there, especially if you get Dalvin and Adam Thielen back at full power. That's it. That is the Vikings' various playoff scenarios. We rank them by what we like to see. What are your thoughts? What are your rankings? Where do we get it wrong? Where do we get it right? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe Daily Vikings Takes. You want to support the work, pull us up in the Venmo. Let's give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skol, production value.